You have probably already faced that situation. You aim at someone, but somehow your shot miss. That's anti-aim. A cheat that lie about how the model is facing, so your aim and sometimes your knife gets fooled. Today, I will try to explain to you what anti-aim really is, the flavor you would meet in casual, how to properly spot them, and how to potentially win against it. So anti-aim sends fake view angles to the server client and to the client, so the enemy model look misaligned. For example, a head down, sideways, it's jittering, while for the cheater on perspective and view it's perfectly normal. And that's why someone can aim just fine while the model look broken. In modern TF2 menus, they openly advertise anti-aim with pitch and your controls, some spin-bot jitters, some anti-backstab, and also fake lag and even suppress over to get other cheaters' fake angles. There is also some hard limitations the community relies on. The model must align towards the real fire directions when the shot is fired, which means that you will see a tiny snap forward on the frame they shoot. And that's your tail and your timing window to try to get that jitter. Now there's multiple variations of anti-aim. The first one is what is called legit AA, or like the subtle model angle manipulation. You will have some small pitch and yaw who lies, and that make you miss headshots or tag the wrong hit region. And it will just looks like a normal player who just, well, never gives you a clean head. The second one is the blatant anti-aim, and if you ever face bots in casual, you probably already saw it. It's a spin bot or the cheater. It's basically the cartoon villain. You will see some constant spinning or everything jangled cheaters that make tracking miserable. And it's just anti-aim or turn up on steroid basically. Now, that one is less known if you're not really into that, I guess. But it's the anti-backstab. It's still pretty well known, but it's less known as a spin bot, for example. So, the anti-backstab basically rotate and desync when you faced a backstab angle, and it makes that backstab angle check fail. You line up perfectly with the stabs that weave again and again, but only to that one player who actually just miss it over and over. So there is multiple way of spotting someone who uses an anti-backstab. The first one is obviously if you go for it and your knife doesn't raise, or like it raised but the moment you click on it, it failed. It can be one anti-backstab basically, but another one who is a bit more blatant, it's for the cheaters who absolutely don't give a fuck. They will just go and makes a way so when the spy pull out his knife, it will just the model will just face the spy. It will just turn around when it is in the backstab range. Finally, there is something called resolver in cheats. To try to explain that, basically it's for some HVH meta or shit like that, where it will try to resolve the fake angles sent by the cheaters to the client and to the server and what displayed during the match, so the cheat actually managed to hit where real head location is. Now, there is no real way to spot an anti-aim. You will just basically miss over and over. Eventually, the anti-backstab is way easier to spot because you will just fail multiple times to backstab the individual. But you will usually try to look up for like other cheats who are used at the same time to tell if someone is cheating or not. The anti-aim is basically the cherry on top, but it's sincerely mostly used in HVH and not really against legit players because usually the cheats will outpace the legit player. You can obviously try to do some tests if you're not sure the guy is cheating, and I think the two most easiest one are just to go on Sniper and to go on Spy. Sniper for just trying to land headshots because usually it will be that region but will be messed up with, so the cheater doesn't get headshots, and the Spy just for the anti-backstab because it's pretty blatant when you know what to look for. Now, there is no real counter to an anti-aim. Like, it's basically like wanting to counter an ESP. It's not really a thing who exists. Nonetheless, there is ways to mitigate the impact of the anti-aim, and the main one is just to go with non-hit scan classes or classes who don't need a specific window. Basically, you can pick almost every class aside from Spy and Sniper, and even if the guy is using an anti-aim, you will just still absolutely cook him. You can go Soldier and Demoman and you just rely on Splash, and guess what? Anti-aim, like, it will not care because it's just on splash damage and it will destroy the cheater. You can also go on Pyro because the flames will just absolutely don't give a fuck about if it hits a head region or if it hits the body region basically. And Scott, Heavy and NG, even if they are on hit scan, they mostly focus on the body. The head come later. Now, eventually if you really want to push and to go Spy, just drop the Echo Backstab or the Echo Stabs. You have a revolver, use it. Like, just go for the revolver, shoot in the body, it do some damage, so use that and kill the cheaters that way. Now, a thing that you should not do is just trying to like ego peek for headshot against some spin or jitters. You don't necessarily need to argue with the guy also in chat. It's not a thing, it's not needed. It will convince no one and you just boost the ego of the cheater that way. So just record a demo in the console, report in game, report in the community servers if you play into it, and try to work with your team to counter the cheater if he's in the enemy team. If he's in your team and you are sure the guy is cheating, just kick him. You can counter cheats with discipline. The tails, shoot the snap, use some tools that don't care about fake facing or fake latency or stuff like that. For example, Soldier or Pyro. And record the evidence, kick that guy and move on. It's not necessary to try to argue with cheaters. There is no point into that. You just let them go into your head and win. So remember, just play if you see a cheater, record the evidence, report. Yeah, move on. It was Malatos. Thank you for watching.